My name is Paul Funk, and I'm a Big Red 1 soldier. Having served at other installations, I know that Fort Riley is a premier training environment where we can truly put a brigade out in the field and conduct movement to contact. It is likely only one of 2 division posts where you can conduct a combined arms live fire in the maneuver area without being constrained by ranges or overburdened by environmental constraints. Fort Riley is the best place to train in our Army.
My name is Miles Brown, and I'm a Big Red 1 soldier. I'm the commander of the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team and the nation's oldest and most historic division, the 1st Infantry Division, the Big Red 1 here at Fort Riley, Kansas. Today's training is designed to prepare us for tomorrow's conflicts. We're going back to decisive action training. This will allow us to train to the full spectrum of capabilities that we need to be able to do as an Armored Brigade Combat Team. Come along, and I'll show you what I mean as we look at a recent Combined Arms live fire exercise in preparation for the National Training Center. The hardest thing we will have to do as an Armored Brigade Combat Team is a movement to contact. We want to move with the smallest element forward and engage the enemy. You can really do this at Fort Riley, primarily because of the resilient tallgrass prairie and the offset impact area.
Fort Riley's unique offset impact area creates a large live fire corridor unencumbered by traditional ranges. Units are able to routinely conduct 8 to 15 kilometer movement to contact scenarios while executing BCT level combined arms live fire exercises in the maneuver area. Fort Riley's geography makes 90% of the area usable for training. With 78,000 acres of wide open tallgrass prairie and densely wooded forest, it's perfect for both heavy and light maneuver. Additionally, there are few environmental constraints related to endangered species and a low population density thanks to boundaries caused by natural barriers, giving Fort Riley a buffer zone against future encroachment.
Success at the National Training Center means that we'll be ready if we're called for deployment. I know we'll be ready because we've been able to leverage large swaths of unrestricted prairie and the use of the offset impact area. The company team commanders in the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team have all conducted a movement to contact live. They've been able to pick their own dismount points, call for fire, build their own engagement area and their situational obstacles tied into natural terrain, and breach at the point that they choose. This is only possible at Fort Riley.
In addition to maneuver training, Fort Riley possesses a state-of-the-art integrated training environment linking all components of the Army's live, virtual, constructive, and gaming domains. The 1st Infantry Division in Fort Riley's centrally located regional training campus enables soldiers and units to efficiently hone their skills using virtual and gaming simulations prior to deploying to the field. Additionally, BCT staffs conduct command post exercises at the Mission Training Complex to improve and refine the various mission command systems. Fort Riley's integrated training environment also includes a world-class training support center containing 26,000 training aids, devices, and simulators provided to enhance unit training. This state-of-the-art training capability, live fire, and maneuver areas make Fort Riley larger than it appears on paper.
Fort Riley is a laboratory test bed for new virtual training systems, simulations, and software because of our close proximity to Fort Leavenworth and the Global Simulation Center.
The ability to train so efficiently is not lost on our total force partners. Our Guard and Reserve counterparts rely on Fort Riley's training areas and technology, and we benefit from that relationship too. The Kansas National Guard Great Plains Joint Training Center is located 60 miles to the west of Fort Riley and offers an additional 35,000 acres of maneuver area for 1st Infantry Division and Total Force soldiers. This additional training area also enables brigades and the division to train both air and ground elements at doctrinal distances. In fact, Fort Riley controls its own airspace and recently opened a first-of-its-kind FAA-approved UAS corridor linking both installations, enabling Gray Eagle operations in the national airspace.
Fort Riley is a great place for the Army to train, not only for maneuver and heavy maneuver, but also for dismounted infantry, Army aviation, engineers, and unmanned aerial systems such as Gray Eagle, Shadow, and Raven.
The Fort Riley formula continually proves successful. Since 2005, the training program has grown to support 5 1st Infantry Division brigades. And because it's the only FORSCOM installation in the Midwest, it supports an additional 23,000 Reserve Component, National Guard, ROTC cadets, and joint interagency partners every year. As the Army's mission evolves, so does Fort Riley. Fort Riley recently validated an unimproved dirt forward landing strip and drop zone to increase support for our joint partners. Fort Riley finds itself positioned perfectly to provide for the Army's current and future training needs.
Now you've seen a little bit of the training soldiers are able to get here at Fort Riley. I hope you appreciate that this training experience creates the best trained soldiers in the Army, and we stand ready to answer the nation's call anytime and anywhere. Thank you.